Welcome to Soapbox Heroes. My name is Tyrone Irvin. What is it going on with you this evening? It's a good evening outside. It's a good evening outside for some people. Yes, indeed, for some people. Some people right now they feeling the rain. It could be sunny wherever this guy is. We're going to talk about it. You know, it's rain. But he brought the rain on himself. He brought the rain on. We are going to talk about the Rain Man himself. He has been raining down on black men for years and years and years on end. Nonstop. And now it's raining. It's pouring. The young man, he's still scoring. It's a lot to talk about, you guys. We're going to talk about Derick Jaxon, of course. Of course. We're going to talk about that. We got some other things that we are going to talk about as well. We got somebody with us today. We're going to have a special guest with us. We got Baby Brian. He going to be on, doing his thing as he does. He's going to join me in some topics, play a little bit of sound. We're going to play a little bit of sound. You're going to get to hear what's going on. You're watching. You're going to get to see what's going on. NewEarthRadio.com. The lady on one of the station IDs, she says, "Home of Cymatic Soul." Home of Cymatic Soul. So cymatically, we are going to tap into. I'm going to leave that alone. But we are going to talk about Rollins Martin as well. We're not going to talk about him. I don't want to be Tyrone, you talking about somebody. Why are you talking about the man? I'm not going to talk about the man. I'm going to talk about the man's actions. Is it okay to do that? That's a good question. Nowadays, I'm not going to say nowadays because you know what? For one reason or another, I hate when people say nowadays as if, shit's new, right? nowadays, nothing nowadays. It's, but I wonder, is it okay to talk about somebody and not talk about the person? I mean, talk about an action and not talk about the person. It's a very fine line between criticizing critically or constructively and bashing and just putting someone down. And then also, what is the purpose? And so I think when I talk about things like this, because I'm going to talk about Roland, I'm not talking about Roland, I'm talking about his actions. He was talking to, I think, a 21-year-old black man, which in my mind had some wonderful ideas, and Mr. Martin, he didn't quite like his ideas. And he, over-talked him and things like that. And so, but I am wondering, what is that line, a demarcation between you're just downing someone and you're talking about it constructively with your criticism? Because constructive criticism could be to alert people. It could be to keep people aware of certain behaviors. I mean, people always talk about knowledge and they say knowledge is power. So isn't a part of knowledge knowing when somebody is blowing smoke up where the smoke going. For some of us, it's going over our head, and for some of us, it's going, I'm not going to say it, but we're going to talk about that. We're going to chop it down and break it down and do some things like that. We're going to bring Baby Brian on. I think Baby Brian got a lot to say, you know what I mean? He came up today, you know what I'm saying? He got his buff on. He been going to the gym. I got to get to the gym with him. You don't go to the gym? I thought you was going to the gym. Well, he go to the excuse me, he goes to the park. Pardon my naivete. I put you in the gym, but you're at the park. See, when I'm trying to get a man credit for working out, y'all. I'm trying to give the man credit for working out, and he gonna shoot it down. He gonna say, I don't want your credit. Forget it. Keep it to yourself. It's cold-blooded, man. You see the song in the background is Rain. Ooh. DJ Luke Nasty months ago, I remember we talked about this. He stole this sample. I don't want to say stole. He used the sample. He borrowed the sample from Kirk Franklin, right? And Kirk Franklin is in the news. So we are very timely, even on accident. And it is raining down on Derick, Jaxon. I think it tried to rain on Kirk Franklin, but I think he stomped any problems that he was possibly having. I think he stomped. I think that's what he did. I think that's what Kirk did. I think he, I worked that one in there. No, that was literally, that just came to me. Oh, he worked that one in there. He worked that one in there. So we got we got some questions on the board tonight. Like I said, we gonna get to it. We not even to it yet, but we got some questions on the board tonight. And I guess we might as well put that one on the table. Is it okay to give constructive criticism? Or what's the line between constructive criticism and just straight old player hating? Constructive criticism and player hating. What is the line between the two? I'm going to let you think about it for a little. Tyrone Irvin, KNER New Earth Radio.com. Come back. Tap into the social media. We there on break.
Lately everybody feeling me, and I'm just feeling all the energy. Lately I've been working hard.
Hard.
Hey
man, so what do you think? What do you think?
West Coasted with my coast and ocean.
Man, we discussed the factuals. We discussed the factuals. Oh man, my face is moving slow, but my voice is all right. But we gonna live with it. Yeah, man, scientist. Yes, indeed. Yes, can you critique ideas and not critique people? That's what I want to know. And because everything you say now, you a hater. Baby Brown, you a hater. That hater word is thrown around like a frisbee. You know what I'm saying? Can I just be concerned about my people? And can that be what it is? Can I just be concerned? What's going on with you guys in YouTube and the YouTube world?
I could turn you into flow tears. Not to mention just how fly the flow.
We're gonna bring Baby Brown in. We gotta get you in, man, scientist. What you doing with me? We gotta get you in, man. Delvin, the expert. Not one of the experts. The expert. You found out why Delvin is an expert? You're gonna have to tell Delvin. You're gonna. Tony, what's happening, Kimbo?
It's hard to be humble.
What's happening? What is going on? Hey, we're going to talk about Roland Martin too. I may not talk about him. See, you know when you say that, it just don't sound quite right. You're like, we're about to talk about this fool. I mean, I don't mean it like that. We're going to talk about his behavior. He just beat down this black kid because he said he was a conservative. He said, I'm not going to tell y'all what he said. If you didn't see it, you're going to listen to it today. You're going to listen to it today. It's a busy news day. Delvin, I have been locked away in isolation. I got to catch up. I'm so behind on the news and all that good stuff. Here, we about to come back. We about to come back. We got to come back. Welcome back. This is Soapbox Heroes. My name is Tyrone Irvin. All right, we got some things that we're going to get into today. And, of course, we are going to talk about it right off the tippy toe, right off the top. Baby Brown in here trying to play engineer at the same time. He want to let his voice be heard. Tonight, Baby Brown wants to let his voice be heard. He walked in, he kicked in the door, he said, damn it, Tyrone, I got something I want to say. I said, all right. So we gonna get into it. Look, we gonna talk about this Derick Jaxon thing. I mean, we got to talk about Derick Jaxon. All right, and I got some things in general that I want to just get out the way from the start, from the very start. What I have been hearing certain people say, I have been hearing different publications, and I've been listening to some advice from some women, and I have been listening to some commentary from some ladies, and I'm going to say, there's a few different camps of thought when it comes to Derick Jaxon with the ladies, from what I've observed so far. And one of the trains of thoughts that I have observed so far is this one. They are like, he's a dog. He's a dog. He just like the rest of you French poodles. You see, he just like the rest of the French poodles. Get to the bike, Baby Brown. Say it with your chest, everybody. Baby Brown is on. He said that?
Yeah, he said that in his little, his little breakdown he had with his wife when he came to the table that he released yesterday.
Yeah.
He said it's like, I just wanted to be clear. I'm no different than I'm talking to myself. Like, you know how OG. I mean, I respect some, like, that's OG, but when OG Love get on and he say, I'm preaching to you, but I'm talking to me. That's what he meant. That's kind of what he was saying.
Yeah, he's saying, I'm preaching to you, but I'm talking to me.
Yeah.
So that's what he was doing. So you think that when Derick Jaxon was up there, he was preaching to you, but talking to himself when he was talking to his wife.
I give him that credit.
That's the credit that you're going to give him, man.
That's the only credit I'm going to give him.
That's the only credit you're going to give him, man. Huh?
That's it.
That's all.
That's it. Anything beyond that, yeah, he a dog. Like, he trash. He really shouldn't even, he should have just left it alone. Because he getting destroyed. The internet is ripping. I'm seeing this man face on Soul Food. I'm seeing this man face on, they ripping him. He gone. Go.
Okay. Derick Jaxon. Okay, so the two trains of thoughts. One of them, and tell me if you agree, Baby Brown, one of them is that, you know what, he's a dog. And then the other one is that, you know what, you can't judge him. He just got saved.
What?
Yeah, you haven't heard that? Why are you just looking at me? You haven't heard him say, nobody say that?
No.
You haven't heard nobody say that he just got saved?
Just like recently, how soon? Because
recently, as in like the other day, like, you know what I'm saying? Derick Jaxon just got saved. Okay. He just got touched by an angel a couple months ago. He ascended to the skies. He became a brand new person. He came down, and this is all because of the love of Jesus.
You're right.
This is why he decided to change. Now look,
that's bullshit.
So those are the two trains of thought. And those who say like you can't judge him, and I don't think that I'm not going to judge him. But again, we were talking earlier before we went to the first break.
Okay,
is it okay to critique someone critically without talking about the person or wishing them harm, without being a hater? Right?
I think that's possible. If you truly wanted the best for somebody, and because I know a lot of people who just it found a lot easier being on the outside looking in to give some kind of just off bias. We all find ourselves in that predicament sometimes, so it's like, all right, I see what's going on. I just want to give you my opinion, and hey, maybe it help you, maybe it won't. But I mean, if somebody truly care about you, it's like, hey, go ahead and let them make it. Give them something. Give them a word of wisdom. Give them a 2 cents. Come on, go and help them out. If you care about them, you would anyway.
If you care about them, you would anyway. The mad scientist says, King of the Sims. He was kung fu gripping her hand. Look, He was definitely kung fu gripping her hand in that interview. And the expert, Delvin, the reason he was kung fu gripping her hand is because the PR people told him to do it. That is the same kung fu grip that you seen, like, what politician done got caught up, you know what I'm saying, and had to come out and they holding their wife's hand and they looking at the camera. See, you know, Wifey had to keep the bag too.
Did Bill do it?
They all do it. You know what I'm saying? You got to come out. You got to hold her hand. You got to make it all better. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of the fix it plan. Yeah. We're going to get into the fix it plan.
That's the public relations.
And we are definitely going to get into the fix it plan. And so this is my thing, and I wanted to say this earlier. Derick Jaxon spent years bashing men, bashing black men in particular, bashing black men in particular. And when I mean bashing black men, what he would do, in my opinion, he wouldn't hold women accountable for anything. And that was all part of the game. You know what I'm saying? He's selling them false hope. He's selling them that pyrite. He's selling them that necklace you're going to put on and it's going to turn your neck green, but you keep rocking it thinking that it's going to turn gold one day in real life.
All right.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? He
trying itching and scabbing. You're going to be wondering why still.
Yeah, he be having these ladies thinking that a frog going to jump up next to him and they going to kiss him and he going to turn into a prince like Hakeem. And it's not going to... He oversells things in my lonely women, and if not
you wanna
lonely,
know, I seen somebody on. This is what he said. He said this when he was in high school. He was skinny and got bullied, and he got in the weight room. This women out there. And the school sweethearts. So now he got some fame.
Yeah.
Now he got some folk ready. Yeah. See,
you know what I'm saying? You know what? So I'm gonna put it to you like this. If he was like a wimp and got look, go on and throw it out there. I'm not even saying this. I caught it, pow! I catch him. I'm saying that's a viable possibility.
That's
ability. All I'm saying is this: what I think Derick Jaxon got is the game.
Oh, definitely.
Derick Jaxon got the game.
Yeah, that's why I said that one pass I was gonna give him is all I'm giving him because he ain't prepared for the rest.
Yes, yeah, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit later if it come up. I think Derick Jaxon was also prepared for all this.
Hell yeah,
prepared for all this, and Derick Jaxon has been preparing his wife's mind.
I saw that. I saw that. That's the first thing I saw.
Pimp,
man.
Derick Jaxon. If he's not a pimp because he's not selling women, but he is definitely selling snake oil.
Ooh, that's worse, dude.
He is definitely selling snake oil,
worse.
And the snake oil he's selling is by giving unrealistic expectations of what relationships should look like.
Bruh, can I ask you something real? Snake oil? What is that?
Snake oil?
What is snake? That's
snake
venom,
oil?
bro. It's
gonna kill you,
bro.
It's gonna kill you.
What?
The mad scientist said, "Look, mad scientist said, did the PR people tell her to wear the bonnet?
The bonnet?
Look, I don't know.
It looked like the same bonnet that they having on the cartoon, looking out the window.
That did look like the cartoon bonnet. You are telling the truth.
The Eddie cartoon.
This is fact. That did in fact look like that bonnet. And my expert, I don't know why exactly she wore the bonnet. I think. Do you guys think it's possible that she's just very confident in her looks and maybe she really just don't give a damn? You think it's possible?
It's not enough.
It's not enough.
It's not enough. Like for the purpose of what it was for. Okay, let's put all the cards on the table. At the end of the day, I think he had more to do about like, nah, you gonna go ahead and just keep that up on some Muslim type shit.
On some Muslim type shit.
Nah, I'm presenting and you can give your little your bit. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about the bonnet. Maybe she has a bonnet and some bluebell. I don't know about the bonnet. But what I do think, and you guys look, let me know. Tell me this. Do you think that Derick Jaxon has, and this is a part, and see, this is what I love about this. Thanks to the good people.
There's good people out there.
Of New Earth Radio. Thanks to, because we could break this down and talk about.
Come on.
We could talk about. Do you think that he has gotten to her mind, like he has conditioned her mind to say what he wants to say and to acquiesce to what he wants? Because I think the whole, and look,
You're pimping that.
Lord, forgive me. I think that it's a possibility that he is just doing all the, I came to Jesus to get what he wants. Not only from his wife, because there are some women, they're not women, but there are some people who are so devout in their Christianity or their religion or what it is that they believe in, to where they are going to match whatever the text of their book says, right? And so in the Bible it says, basically you're supposed to, she is not supposed to initiate divorce or something like that, something of the nature, if we're talking about it in a whole, right?
Yeah.
And so she's not going nowhere. That's the bonnet.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's the bonnet.
Wow. Connect that.
That's the bonnet. But he knows how to, look, to anybody who has been in a relationship with a woman of faith, a serious woman of faith, the woman of that she wake up, she read the Bible in the morning, she prays during lunch break, she's reading the Bible and she's praying. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's living her life literally for, what it says in the Bible. You know what I mean? And she's trying to do it verbatim in real life, right? So we have women like that.
You know, the one thing that they didn't address that I noticed, because the very first video I looked at when I looked up Derick was the one where he was talking about how a woman still feels that, like, that animosity after she's still willing to stick around. And it's like, you could see her wearing that. Like,
you could see her wearing her animosity?
Her disregard, like she looked almost empty. Like I feel bad.
So you think she felt empty? See, this is the thing. I can't judge that. I don't know. I think that, like I said, okay, I see what you mean, and I'm going to tell you what I mean like this.
I hear you.
I think she may be, but I don't know if she knows it. I think
go.
Sometimes their faith is so
strong.
entangled, is so strong that they will try to overlook the clear and apparent actual feelings of what they feel. Now, some of the things she was trying to say, like she was like, and this isn't verbatim, so you know what I'm saying. Don't shoot the messenger, you know what I mean. This isn't verbatim, but some of the stuff she was saying, like when she was trying to like reiterate to him, like, you don't control me either. That's like when somebody telling somebody before a fight, I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of you. They normally are. They normally are, baby Brian.
Damn, for real?
They normally are. If you got to keep...
I knew some dudes who used to come up and tell me that coming up.
What, that they wasn't afraid of you?
Every opportunity, like he just walk up and be like, no, I ain't afraid of you, right?
If you got to tell me that you're not afraid of me, then more than likely I believe you're afraid of me.
And I'm like, dude, it don't matter, bro. It don't matter. But the fact that that's on your mind.
Let me know a little something.
Like, why even tell me that?
So pay attention. So she kept on with the keep it on with the you don't know me.
Yeah, she did that.
She kept on with the you don't, not the you don't know me, you know, but she was saying that essentially angle. That's the parallel to what she was saying. I'm not afraid of you, or I'm not afraid of you, but you don't control me, and I'm not just here because you want me here. Yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah. And that's what I mean. That's that human side trying to fight through that deep, devout faith.
It is, but at the end of the day, that's just a face. I can believe that because you still ain't going nowhere. So that's understood. So what your average other chick would be like, oh, no, he cheat on me, I'm gone.
And Erica here says she claims she is healed and not bitter, which is very possibly true.
Very well.
Very well.
Hey,
very
and that makes
true.
only a stronger of a black woman. I tip my hat to her.
Right, but I'm going to throw this out there just for perspective. And this is something that I've seen and experienced and, like, you know, even people have talked about. Sometimes I think like when it comes down to your religion and stuff, like you'll believe you healed because you believe like you're covered. And Jesus is healed. And that's what you believe because that's what your faith believes. But sometimes the actions in real life like be the opposite. And I don't know what's going on in their home. You know what I mean? I just know that sometimes there's like it's hard to cross the intersection between the humanality of things and the spiritual
that's where
of things.
It get real sticky there.
It gets sticky, icky, ooh wee. It gets sticky, icky, ooh wee, and that's what I'm talking about. But this is what I'm saying. Because we've spoke a lot about her, but that's why I think he is a player because what I'm saying, this is what I truly believe from the bottom of my heart. I'm going to tell you what I truly believe. I truly believe he knows her where she's conflicted. I believe he knows where she feels she's strong in her faith. I believe he knows all of that. Yeah. And I think he knows if he leans into that, he can get her back, stop from some of that alimony, some of that child support. And if I'm his publicist, if I'm his PR people, and if I'm Derick Jaxon, I'm going to go ahead and lean into that because that's a very lucrative market too. Lean on all into it. You know what I'm saying? Heavy like a Chevy. Lean all into it. And people, he is healed. He is healed. There, he might be healed, but that man's still running a business. If you don't think that his brand is a business, then why would he have his book next to him?
I bet he ain't got more subscribers. I bet. I know.
Of course. People love the drama. Yeah. And look, and I can't even talk about nobody because I'm loving it too. I'm not going to lie, you know. For the first time in my life, I felt like a real player hater, and I was absolutely okay with it. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I said it. I was good. I'm good.
What about it made you feel like you were honest, like, okay, now I'm a player hater?
I felt like I was I'm going to tell you why today is the first day or yesterday or whenever I heard it and started getting into it, why I felt like a player hater. And I was okay with it. I felt like a player hater because all he's really doing is playing the game. He know the game. He has a core audience. He knows what he's going after. He go after women with lower self-esteem or he go after women who are yearning for relationships. But at the same time, he also goes for women who, like, you know, they need that push. They need that guy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's a tall guy. He's muscular. Yeah. He's an attractive guy. He knows how to use all that stuff, and women are looking at that.
Yeah, he's manipulative.
He's manipulative.
Absolutely.
Very manipulative, and his information is very manipulative, too. The stuff he be telling women be like, that's why men dislike you, because we be like, dog, you're lying. You're lying, and you're telling these women this in mass, and they're like, oh, yeah, Derick. I have heard women, like, sit in groups and tell men stuff that Derick Jaxon have said, and you know what? We look at each other and say, yep, they're going to be single. Period. But he knows this, and this is why I said I felt like a player hater, because you can sell cream that you can rub on your bald head, and they say that your hair will grow back, and you know it ain't going to grow back. So people that buy them, they just selling game. They're selling the hope. They selling game. And so he's just gaming these women up. He know that. He is saying exactly what they want to hear. This is the guy he is, baby Brian. He'll be like, so you cheated on him first, right? But you cheated on him because he was working a lot, right? Well, see, he should have spent time with you more. He should have. See, that is his fault. And then look, and then the man go cheat on her. See, he's no good. He shouldn't have. He was never ready for a relationship. And he'll look at the camera and be like, see, man, you shouldn't have never. he is just overboard with it to the point to where that's why men are frustrated because men know, like, come on, playboy.
I think he played into that so much. I think he had to. Wow, we both like understand he prepared for this,
Right.
Like he had to, cause
He had to.
It's shit coming back around. Like honestly, he put so much bull. It's like nah. You knew it was coming back. You knew it was coming back.
Well, that's why I said he knew it was coming back. He had to know that the reverberations was eventually going to get out there and come back. They had to. They had to. Polluted said emotional pimping. That's exactly what I'm saying. He's emotionally pimping, and that's why I felt like a player hater because I know he just running up the baggity. He just running up the cash register. And they paying him to do it. These vulnerable women are paying him to do it. I think he's gonna go into ministry next.
What?
Yeah, I am healed. I have, you know what? I have seen it all. You know, I have been enlightened. God has given me.
I feel like that path would be laid out for him.
It's laid out for him. Like I said, if I'm his publicist, if I'm his manager, if he's calling me, asking me, and Derick, if you listening, you got to pay me, player. Can I how do you patent advice? You got to pay me, player,
dollar,
because look, listen. You got to pay me, player, because I know the path. He's going to come out, him and his wife, she's going to be like his first lady type of thing, and they're going to do relationship advice from a healed perspective with the ministry.
He just another Creflo Dollar, dog.
That's what he's going to do. That's what he's going to do.
I'm not even going to give him a TD Jakes. He just another Creflo Dollar.
Pastor Jaxon. Pastor Jaxon. Yeah, but Erica, yeah, she his wife claims she isn't bitter. And I hope that she isn't. I would never want her to hurt or nothing like that. You know, but I think he has a strong manipulation of the mind, because anytime somebody can get so many women to follow him, almost like a cult following. And my thing is this, it's just like anything else. If you got somebody fixing your credit and they've been fixing your credit for 10 years and there's no change, what would you do?
Nigga, what?
What would you do?
What's going on, bro? My skull ain't dropped a cent.
But right, you would say something ain't smelling right. And so, you know, the equivalent to that is if you have been following his advice for years and years and you are still single, then baby, there's something wrong.
Okay, but then at the same time, psychologically, we're talking about the human mind there. You have to balance that with closed mouth, don't get fed.
Closed mouth, don't get fed. Yeah, he got his mouth wide open.
And she got her mouth wide shut.
And she got what?
She got her mouth wide shut.
Yeah, and look, and you know, and you know, the wife, she understands, and being a good Christian lady, she don't understand the value of having a man that is a player mentally.
You gotta let him play.
To these women, you got to let him play. Look. I listen. I ain't gonna lie. I listened to the interview.
I did too.
I got my Atlanta housewife drama fix with this one. Like I said, for the first time in my life, I felt like a player hater, and I was good with it. And that's what I'm saying. I only say a player hater because I know he's a player. I've been knowing he was a player, so there's no surprise. He ain't doing nothing that, you know, other men don't do and that other women don't do. But the thing is he beating you up at the same time. He put out a video saying, well, even if you're separated, you still shouldn't cheat. While he out there humping and humping.
He just dirty. That's all it is, too.
He dirty. He dirty. Hey, you guys, look, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back, and we're gonna chop this. We still chopping this tree. This tree is not done. Are you done with the Derick Jaxon tree? We got to fix your camera. Your camera ran out of stamina. We got, we got so much we got to break down. Delvin the expert, everybody out there. Erica, what'd you say? You say there was a reason why he never posted his wife publicly on social media but he is a relationship expert. I didn't even know he was married
I do that.
until recently.
I did know that.
I didn't even know he was married
I knew that.
until recently. But hey, you guys, so look, this is what we gonna do. Over here in social media land, we gonna keep chopping it up during the break. But out here on the radio, we gonna take a little break. And when we come back, I want to talk about something else. You know what I want to talk about, baby Brian?
What's good?
And it's still in the Derick Jaxon vein because I'm not done with his psychological pimping. He's a psychological pimp. You know what? If you can have no teeth, you can nag and complain all day.
You know one thing that I respect.
Wait! I'm not done giving you the Derick Jaxon, but you can nag and complain all day. You can be a terrible woman. Your man could be great, but if he doesn't give you everything you want, then it's his fault, sis. And man, you weren't ready for that relationship. What were you saying?
Oh, CT?
Huh?
CT?
Who?
You know I respect CT, Carl Thomas. Man,
Okay.
one of the things that he said, you have to take on a certain kind of energy to pimp, especially as far as mentally.
You gotta take on a certain kind of
Especially
energy to pimp.
You gonna direct that kind of energy
so we're
to your
basically
wife?
putting him in the pimp category is what it sounds like.
You can.
So we're putting him in the pimp category.
I am.
So
That's
you're
just-
putting him as he's a pimp.
I feel like player, but strong enough. He's a mental player, so that make him a pimp to me. I can refer to it as such. That's just me.
That was deep right
And
there.
then it's all directed to his wife. He is married, so it's not like he just pimping multiple. He just pimping just one.
That was deep right there. Look, we're going to keep chopping it up on social media land. But when we come back, I'm going to also talk about the ladies in the situation. Yes, they were not innocent. He pulled out his thing and get some, and you came back. Don't act like you out here innocent. Soapbox Heroes, we'll be right back right after this. Hey, you guys. So that's what we gonna talk about too. We gotta fix Baby Bron camera. Hey, you guys, let me know. Am I skipping out there? Can you guys hear? Let me fix his mic. I mean his camera. So you guys can see Baby Bron. Yeah, they can hear you. Yeah. There's
Off and on.
Yeah. He knew this guy's not crazy. Derick Jaxon to me, it sounds good. Thank you, Erica. Blink twice if you're in danger. Oh, you know what? Somebody today came in and they told us that he had read that people were saying that that's cool if you want, you good. I just gotta find it. They were saying that she looked kidnapped. And I don't know, I don't like getting all into that. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I don't like getting all into that. But I think that Derick Jaxon is a manipulative guy, and I think he has been working on his wife for a long time.
I'm gonna one up you because he's a manipulative guy and he's been doing this to his wife for a prolonged period as an extension to that. So
there's an extension to that.
Yeah, he ain't just manipulative. He got dang. He's dirty. He all the way
Derick
on.
Jaxon played dirty. He played dirty. So look, there are women. If you guys think that men are just mad at him just because we mad at him because we care about y'all, boo boo. I'm getting my Derick Jaxon on. Hey, somebody got to fill his space.
That's how you feeling? That's how you feeling, bro? I'm done. I'm gone.
Hey, expert, somebody got to do it. Stop. Then you can stop tax season pimping.
See, first thing, y'all, once this man get done start doing this, he about to start singing.
It's a
you
little
already
bitchy.
know what it is.
Hey, man, Derick Jaxon knows what he is doing. I think he's a smart guy. I think we don't give enough credit to people who got game.
You gotta, anybody who's manipulative is very smart. I don't take nothing away from him, but I mean,
He has a whole lot of game. He got more game than most people.
Oh, very. He making money off of it. That's all you got to say.
He's making a lot of money.
Off his game.
Women are mad at him, but they are dragging his wife. Why are they dragging his wife? Why are they dragging his wife?
Because she's still around?
Because she's still around, man. Half of them still around, too. They dude out there slanging Johnson & Johnson. Yeah, they just don't, and they know it. Man, okay, yeah, we going to talk about the women. What do you guys think about the women who said that he cheated with them? What about them falafels?
Ooh, I was wondering if we was going to
What about them falafels?
Have they commented?
Oh, they've had whole videos. They've had a whole lot to say. What about them? I want to know what they have to say.
The water just gets more and more muddy. I guess this might as well be quicksand now.
Man, Derek Jaxon. Oh, I'm sitting here looking at it, man. This don't look too good.
No, he toast. That's what I'm saying. Like, they eat this nigga. The internet is undefeated. They are eating him alive.
Yeah, he don't look too good. But no, he's gonna be fine. Why? You want to bet? What do you guys out there? Who want to bet? It's not too many people out here.
No,
what you say, mad scientist Tyrone is right.
No PR can prepare for them.
There's a lot of money to be made telling women what they want to hear, and that's what he does the best. The best. The best. That's what he does. He tells women what he wants to hear, and he will never tell them the truth about situations. That should be problematic. If I was a woman, I'd be like, forget that food. You know, if y'all be having sister girl moments and all that, you're supposed to be like, forget that food.
Dude, I've seen several parodies of this.
Man, this is why I said this the first time in my life that I felt like a hater, and I'm okay with it.
You ain't the only one.
I'm not the only one.
You ain't the only one. But
I feel like I'm man enough to say that. I feel like I'm man enough to say that. I ain't worried about it.
I don't consider myself a hater because as far as I'm concerned, what you had it coming back.
Well, I'm hating because
we acknowledging what you had coming back.
Because, well, no, I'm. You know what? Am I just alerting?
Yeah, and that don't make you a hater.
You try to talk me out of feeling like a hater?
You not a hater, bro. I'm not no hater.
Well, it's because I know that he know the game.
And we do too. And player respect player. But in the day, you got caught.
But not that type of game. But my thing is,
and not that type of game. And you got caught.
But he always putting brothers down. All right, we about to come back on the radio. Let me switch this over. Welcome back to Soapbox Heroes, New Earth Radio.com. We are out here bumping our gums and bumping them. What's up in social media world out there in the so rough, so tough streets of YouTube? Baby. See? Hey, over the break, we were talking and we were communicating, Baby Brian and I, and we were talking about Derick Jaxon still, and we're going to talk about him a little more, and I want to talk about some of the women, too. My sister said they going in on his wife. I don't know, I haven't yet not a reason to go in on his wife. You know what I mean? Because I really think she's just devout in what she believes in. Yeah. And she wants to stay together for the sanctity of her marriage and her children and her vows and this, that, and the third. But I think that he play on that. I think he going to have a church full of single moms.
His play on that is a staple in his game.
That is the game. And I think he's playing the same game on his wife. And look, so... And mad scientists, let me know if you out there. Tell me if you agree. I think that this guy will never, formally, he would never hold a woman responsible for anything. And I think that's what a lot of men were frustrated with. It's like, hey, man, wrong is wrong. And men do wrong. But some women do wrong. You know what I'm saying? And so he would always make everything so one-sided. And so the funny thing to me was this. The first time that I ever heard him criticize a woman was his wife. But it wasn't just me. The whole world, he got millions of fans. He got millions of followers. They all watching her in her bonnet, and he couldn't wait to take the time out to remind you.
Couldn't help himself.
Couldn't help himself. And that's what I'm saying, because at the same time, he manipulating your mind like, look, she gave me a reason. Let's say that's true. That still goes against what you were telling people.
Yep.
Still, regardless. So you saying whatever you got to say to get what you got to get. And so I think that's the same reason people dislike pastors that be playing games with people's emotions and their money and this, that, and the third. Is because you have these people have some type of connection and some tie to you. And he's sliding in the inbox. And what I'm trying to say is, I'm not, look, Baby Brian, this might not sound good. This might not sound good, Baby Brian. I'm not discouraging guys, do what you do. So that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying because he was so fervently against it.
I got a question.
What?
All this coming up about him make me, when stuff come up about people we supposed to like actually care and consider, that make me question their credibility at the end of the day. Like, where he come from?
I don't know where he came from. The world of social media. But you know what? I can't criticize somebody coming from the world of social media as I come virtually from social media.
Yeah.
So we're half on social media, we're half on the radio, but it's still all tied in. And so, so I can't take his credibility away from being social media. Social media is just like Wendy Williams have credibility from radio prior to social media.
Yes, she does.
You see what I'm saying? So there are certain people that end up getting their credibility wherever they get it. Why do you think, let me ask you a question, smart guy. Why do you think so many women grasp on to what he was saying as if it was the truth, the gospel? What? Why? I just want to know.
You painted the picture. Oh, this young black dude and everything. He looks like every time he's got something to say, he feels like, it's sided, like one-sided for women. Okay, well, being in this era and a day and age, that's going to win you a whole lot of tokens.
Yes, it's going to win you a lot of tokens.
So, yeah, he played the game in the perfect time of where it needed to be played in this day and time. So
he found his niche.
Yeah, he found his niche.
So what does that mean? What you think?
As far as I'm business, I'm gonna be like, hey, you played, but you played it dirty because in the day you went against what you was talking about.
So since he went against what he was talking about, that's the reason. And so and look, I'll be honest, that's what I'm saying. That's what I agree. He went against what he was talking about, but he talked about it so much.
Strongly.
And it wasn't that he talked about it or spoke about it so much. It was the amounts of veracity that he would have.
Distinction.
And he was distinct with the put downs. He got on there, put his phone in the air, you know what I'm saying, put his phone in his truck. So man, you guys are worthless. And everybody mess up. Nobody's perfect. And we all understand that. And so what I'm trying to say is I'm not trying to pass judgment on nobody that's not perfect, but that's exactly what he did, and that's why he is getting the scorn. Now let's talk about these women. One of them gave an interview, and she said, you know what? I didn't know he was married. I slept in his house. She seen pictures on the wall of his family. But he gave her the game. Baby, we about to get, we ain't together, The wife came out and said they wasn't together. Now, I don't know if none of this is true, but what I'm trying to say is you knew that something wasn't, copacetic.
This remind me of because I be wanting to get into real estate. I see so much fabrication here. This look like a house that's just ready to get flooded. And then it did. On an H time.
and that's what happens. And then it did. And so I don't know, man. I think that the women, I think they knew something was fishy. I think they knew what his job was, what his job entailed. I think that they were okay with messing with him when he was married. They both stated, the two that I heard, it seemed, and just y'all let me know if I'm wrong. It seemed like the part that pissed him off is when he blocked him on social media. Now that's a classic move. That's called the baby. Look, I ain't messing with them no more. And you trying to shield him off like back up.
Trying.
Back up.
But usually that's the last resort.
Back up. And so reasons like that do lead me to believe that old boy actually was on the back and forth with his wife, back, forth and forth. Couples do go through that. They don't always tell everybody. Sometimes they smile and
But
act
it don't
like
need
there's
to be
nothing
told.
peculiar.
Some shit just don't need to be.
Well, but when you out here, you know what I'm saying, acting like you hitched or something for women. When you acting like you the relationship guru of all gurus, you know, either shut your mouth and do, you know, fix your own front door.
That's what that is.
That's what that is, and that's all I'm saying. He, you know, come on, you know, quit bumping them gums. Fix your front door. But them women, I think that they're acting like a little more like victimized than what was the truth. You know, he was flying them out to Miami.
Women always gonna over-exaggerate.
They gonna always over-exaggerate.
They can play it into their favor. I mean, no woman is gonna be looked down on or like truding for over-exaggerating because it's like a natural thing. Like,
and Derick Jaxon is such a disliked figure amongst men. And even amongst certain women, certain segments of women, it's very easy.
That's why women
to
is
make
mad
you hate
at
him even more.
That's why women mad at the wife because she ain't exaggerating nothing. she
just came out in a bonnet.
Like, you know you mad and you ain't saying nothing in a bonnet.
Do you think the bonnet could have been like, hey man, look, I gotta go get my pressing curl. I got something to do. Let's get out here.
The
you
bonnet,
fix this.
The bonnet was the cap.
The cap.
It was no cap. No, that's cap.
That's cap. Oh, see, that was a sign saying that he capping.
That's cap.
Oh, baby Brian, that's a good one right there. He said that she was wearing the bonnet.
He was wearing the cap.
That was a symbol for saying
cap.
that he out there capping.
That's the cap.
Captain is capping.
Cap.
He might have been capping. But do you think it's possible that she looked many times in these situations, because Derick Jaxon, if I'm not mistaken, he's a well-to-do man. Right? And again, let's back up and look at the optics. Okay, she said they was broke up, this, that, and the third, but she also said that she knew about it, and that's how she got to the process to heal, right? Do you think that she's healed enough to be like, hey, fool?
That's why I was saying earlier, hey, she a stronger woman for it.
No. You think she's healed enough to be like, hey, fool, let's get this money. You can't let these people make us look bad. Now, we a brand.
No.
Derick Jaxon is a brand.
Yeah.
I think people be forgetting about this. Be around and keep your eyes on.
That would be the only thing that make sense. But then at the same time, we don't truly know her intention. I mean, she could really be just burying deep in him to get back at it. So we never know.
Right. Look, Erica says, but let's keep it a buck. A lot of women mess with married men and know it. And I agree. Fully. And I think that these women knew damn well he was married.
Didn't chemistry say she prefer most married women and single women typically prefer married men?
Now, see, in my experience, I don't believe that.
That's the opposite. But I've heard
a lot of people say that.
I've heard some women say that.
Yeah.
I've heard many. I'll take that back. I haven't heard many, but I've heard a few.
And
that always sparked my interest. They reasoning for that.
I've heard it, and so I can't doubt it because I've heard it so much that you know what I'm saying. It's something that's like, you know, I've heard it a lot. You know what I'm saying? But hey, mama, my mama watching. Mama, you might want to, you know, plug your ears in. We talking about this guy today. He is a mind pimp. Erica said the side chicks were wrong. You know what? I think they were wrong, but I also think they seen an opportunity to try to expose who he was, and I think it was because they was hurt. He cut them off. Then y'all was getting trips to Miami. See, everybody is trying to figure out how to monetize this.
What's the next move?
Derick Jaxon is going to, what he's going to do, he's going to do like Beyonce and Jay-Z did with Lemonade, going to turn a cheating situation into a money-making situation. This is what people don't know. There are people out there whose job it is to take a problem,
and
turn the problem on its head,
turn into profit,
and make it profitable.
into profit.
They are and to make you look a certain way. Don't matter how they got to make everybody else. And look, and
Well,
I
you
think
gotta look a certain way. Okay, do you think you gotta look a certain way to make a profit, especially starting it out with a trash situation?
and in order for Derick Jaxon to make the proper comeback, to
It has to look
monetize
right. It's
this
gotta be
properly,
perfect. Yeah.
no. Who do you think is the main person he needs?
That's a crazy.
Come on, man. You got to think. You think with your pimping player mind. See, that's what people don't do. They're thinking. They thinking with this wholesome. Everything is fair. You know, he doesn't mean it. He made a mistake.
I know better.
Who does he need the most to make his comeback work? Think about it.
You already got it in mind.
Oh, I know who it is. In my opinion, who you guys let me know. Who do he need the most to corroborate his story, to be down, to make this work for him? Who do you think? I'm gonna give you the answer. What's the do 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 do?
I'm gonna let you go ahead and run that. I don't have an answer. As far as I'm
He
concerned,
needs his wife.
Oh, that's
He needs her.
He need more. Yeah.
He don't need more than her, because if she get to running her
That's the bare minimum.
boy, his career is over. Derick Jaxon, he's a career guy. Dude, in my opinion, is very, very narcissistic. And I'm just going off of him talking in third person. He was talking about Derick Jaxon and not himself.
He did. Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people do. And you know when people do that? When they have stage presence and stage identities. They will, you know, be there. He's talking about his, that's who's sorry, because he don't want to lose that.
You know when that psychologically turns inward and becomes like a real problem is when you understand that, you really try to embrace that concept, but then you taking advantage of your whole name because you're trying to make your actual name you a brand.
Yes.
You're psychologically taking that
Somewhere else.
and you're rooting that issue deep.
Right. And what I don't like is he is playing people now in the name of Jesus. Jesus, man. What did Jesus do to you? What did Jesus do to you? He is, but he's trying to manipulate women, and this is what people don't get.
That's why I don't want to get too close.
This is what people don't get. He is not worried a nano bit about the people. This whole, and I'm not calling this wife a dog or a pony.
No. Consider dog and pony shows late where people have acted. They was, as far as you're concerned, you would think they was in hot shit.
Right.
But they acted like they was cool. 6ix9ine let out. Everybody thought they was gonna be after his head. People thought he was gonna be dead. That man just coasting.
Yeah. This is true.
Obviously, that's something that the majority folk don't know. There's something going. Hey, that's chaos.
I'm
That's
not
the masses.
outraged.
That's the masses. That's how the masses are meant to operate.
You know what I enjoy, and this might be a guilty pleasure. I like when people get enlightened of stuff that they were getting BS'd about. Am I wrong for that?
No,
don't know, and then some come out like poof. And I don't mean just something or on a personal level. I mean people big influence and they're conning people.
Connect the dots. The dots.
You got to connect them dots. You got to connect the dots. But that's what I was asking you earlier. And you guys think that his wife has reached a point to where, you know, maybe spiritually she's okay with it. And maybe she'll just go get that paper, man. I don't care what you do. Does a woman ever get to that point? Because if we had to take a bet, I'm gonna say that Derick Jaxon still got a side chick somewhere, and he's begging her not to say nothing.
Probably in multiple states. He got more than one.
Now look. See, I can say so. I could give you the Trifling Chronicles, and that's what most of us men have. We know. We know these things. We know all the damage control. We know he's on her hand. To also insert dominance at the same time. holding her close. You bet not. You bet not.
It was priceless.
Price. It's so much drama. Hard being T with the double E, and since I've been young, that's what they call me. And I said that off the top. I call myself a G. Derick Jaxon. Look, man, listen to me. If you do the ministry thing, because I think this is what he's gonna do. He's gonna, like I said it, I'm gonna say it again. I think what Derick Jaxon is gonna do, he is going to come out and he is going to say, he's gonna be like, I've got my life together, and I've gotten my life together because of Christ. And my wife and I, he's gonna say, we are now going to minister. And we are going to teach couples that have dealt with infidelity and cheating how to get back on the straight and narrow, how to fix your relationship. Derick Jaxon, and you guys, look, if I'm right, can somebody out there buy me lunch when this happens? Can somebody buy me lunch?
Just like he going by a book. Well, let's just see. You put it all already out there. Man, about to be a preacher the next 10 years.
He about to be a preacher. 10 years, give him 10 months.
Just give him 5. Huh?
They're going to do these group marriage counseling, and pay attention.
I want to know what OG think about this.
And pay attention to what's going on, and that's why I said Derick Jaxon has already conditioned his wife's mind. And this is my opinion, because if you pay attention, she said, and you're going to see me more. You're going to see me more, because now they're going to do the couple thing.
I saw her.
And they going to make double the money. He's going to be forgiven. He needed his wife to go along with it more than anybody to make it all connect, to make his career still be viable. Because if it wasn't about the career, to keep it a buck, you could deal with this in private. Who cares what the world has to say? Yeah. This is your wife, your children.
Damn, that almost make you think it was dang near planned.
Right, and look. Who would be dragging his wife if she never said nothing? You would never know where she stands.
This type of shit I hate.
You see what I'm saying? It's we don't understand the optics game. They don't understand the PR game. They don't understand how to keep the entertainment bus rolling.
That's the thing that tripped me out.
Look, if y'all want somebody want me to manage you, just pay me. No.
They using the book. They using the.
Bro, he still got the book. He be talking about the book.
It sounds like blasphemy, dog.
Watch, he's going to come out with a book and it's going to be talking about scorn men cheat, because he's already already threw it on her too. Like I said, if this was about what he did, and think about it like on some real man shit. Because, see, he talked that real man stuff, but now let's really talk some real man stuff on some real man stuff. You don't even got to tell the world what she did.
Yeah.
You tell the world what she did because you got to somehow just make sure the perception of you is not just that you just messed up. So you got to throw it out there. And he didn't throw it out there and say exactly what she did, but she did something that made him feel like it was okay. Even though he was preaching to other men that wasn't okay. So don't forget about that. I can't let that escape.
They both seemed like they was tiptoeing.
Tiptoeing?
They both.
I don't know. I don't got a clear read on his wife. And you know what I'm saying? I see what he doing. I see what he doing.
Well, he ice skating.
Yeah, I see what he doing. And I put it to you like this. He coming and if he deliver it to her, because my guess about the wife is she is very, very religious. By the book, very religious. And so I think if he start tapping into that, you know what I'm saying, he prayed with her in the morning, prayed for the food. To a woman, that's what I was saying earlier, and it escaped my mind. Women who are very, very, very super into their religion that are with men who are not into it at all, they yearn for that.
Yeah.
Do you know how many men get begged to go to church? Just come to that. Yep. Do you know how many women out there say they just want a man that old in the biblical sense? You're the leader now. There are women who yearn. He, in my opinion, knows how to tap into and make his wife okay. You know what I'm saying? And he's also going to put her out there like, yeah, you know what? We'll give you be in ministry and we can do it together. Manipulative. Keep the money train flowing. The fact of the matter is, you know what I mean? Like, legal lying to females on the internet is not illegal, apparently. Oh, anybody no explanation? He could have just got.
You know what? Steadily keep popping up though. It
what?
Terms the American dream. To you go another route, you almost got to be immoral that's how these boys get it.
You saying the American dream? You have to be immoral. What's the American dream? You mean to be rich? You have to be American dream.
Rich isn't the American dream. I don't think so.
Today, me and Jaxon. We are talking about Derick Action Jaxon.
He got a lot of action going on.
And, you know, and I had to admit it, Mimi. Today was the first day, or yesterday was the first day of my life I felt like a player hater, and I was okay with it. Only because he's made a career out of bashing men.
I'll say he ain't no player
and lying. Just to be technical, because there's somebody out there because he was just playing the game. He knew the game. He getting in their mind.
So real recognize real.
And I know I recognize that he was real wrong, but I recognize he brought home the bag. You know what? Look for all you women talking about his wife. I bet you she ain't crying in a Honda.
At all. She ain't crying at all.
She ain't crying in a Honda. Cigar Vixen say I'm a hater. What's up with the lounge, Cigar Vixen? She's going to be, if I'm not mistaken, I think the first woman, I don't know in the country or the state, but in this area, who has a mobile cigar lounge. You guys gonna have to check that out. It's for the real players. It's for the real Derick Jaxons. But no, you want your nice private event. You might be somewhere, you got people who smoke cigars, but you need something private. You want something upper echelon. They pull up, the lounge, everything cool. Look, Derick Jaxon might want to rent it out to go cry. He might, if this don't work out. If his wife shoot to the left in any way, do you know the damage control? She getting whatever she want.
Ain't no PR that's gonna fix that.
She getting whatever she wants. She knows she's the key to making this thing work.
But that make me wonder why she ain't pulled on those strings.
She has pulled strings. She's pulled all his strings. He don't got no strings left. Yeah, this has to work. This is Derick Jaxon's. This is the only. He is going to become. They're going to do couples therapies and podcasts and getaways, and they're going to fix broken relationships. So he's going to go from breaking men to try to lift women up to elevate to where they're never really going to be, to now he's going to fix relationships. So he helped break them, now he's going to fix them. Watch, this is just my estimation.
You know what's interesting?
Without no player Haitian.
I'm thinking about the situation. It sounds like a situation Hov would fix.
A situation
It sounds like a situation him and Beyonce would look back at. I'm going to help them do exactly that. Another investment.
Hold on. I got a comment right here. Erica done said something. And she says this. She says she's not that religious because adultery is one of the few reasons the Bible says you can divorce. And you'll discourage divorce altogether, though. Mm-hmm. And I think she's religious. I think she's religious just based on other things that I have heard about her. Things, her social media patterns and this, that, and the third. But again, I can be wrong. But I don't think I'm wrong about Derick Jaxon and what he doing. He was a player, and I thought you knew. I can't sing, but I'm going to try.
Oh, I was thinking about the other song. I'm a player, and I'm all about my dough. All about my dog. About my
That is Derick Jaxon. And look again, the women that came out. Look, I'll say, okay, I don't think they wrong for coming out because they trying to show that he not what he be saying he is. But I don't think they respected the unity of marriage in the first place.
Of course not.
But I also do think that he got game too. But I think they recognize game. One of the ladies said he pulled this thing out the first night. He called her back the next night and she came. Probably more than twice. Oh, you heard me. You heard me. You heard me. So, hey, so you know what I'm saying? This stuff, lies on both sides. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, look, so what you think? You give me your rundown on Derick Jaxon before we close him out. Let's see who else got something to say. If y'all got something to say over here. Mimi, who is Derick Jaxon? You like 16 months late. Go on to the other feed.
Go on to the
other feed. Yeah. Jump on to the website. NewEarthRadio.com. Hit the play button and listen to us. Bump thine gums. Bump thine gums. We will have the app coming on your iOS system. That's what you Apple people are?
iOS.
I can't stand y'all.
Why you see it? Oh, you're not proud to be an Apple hater, huh? Go ahead. You ought to. You ought to take pride in it.
You know what?
Because you're a strong Apple hater.
Yeah,
and it ain't even called for.
It's because you Apple people.
It ain't even called for.
You Apple people, for one reason or another, have gotten the strange idea in your head.
It ain't called for.
That you guys are better than other phone owners. Which is not the truth.
I ain't say all that.
There's nothing special about an iPhone. iPhones can't do nothing Android can't do except cost money for everything. And for me and what I do, I like it better. I gotta play something. I'm gonna change the pace up a little bit. We gonna play something for the people on the radio side. They gonna be like, "What is he playing?" But I'm playing this. I gotta play a player song that remind me of something. This is what I think. This is what I think Derick Jaxon is playing for his wife at home, y'all. I think he playing this. This is what I think he playing.
Wow.
That's what he doing. We'll be right back, Soapbox Heroes. You guys keep your radio locked. Hey, Apple sucks. I agree. I agree with you. Hey, see that ad we just did? I got my cup out. Would you like to fill it with? Hey, you guys, the good people at New Earth Radio are launching the radio station on your head top. In less than 30 days, the countdown is counting. So we're going to talk about Roland Martin. Do you guys know who Roland Martin is? Or do you want to keep talking about Derick Jaxon? Derick Jaxon. And again, I wouldn't be mad at Derick Jaxon if he wasn't putting people down and the whole time. This way, if you can hear in the background, this is what I think that he playing that femininity. Femininity. If you don't know nothing about this, you don't know, this that old smooth. You know what I'm saying? You be like, yeah, you play this, get your slow dance on. What you saying yes to? Hey, Erica, you say she's not that religious, huh? Femininity. Yeah, do you guys know who Roland Martin is? I'm going to play a little bit of the audio so you can hear it. But yeah, he's a real sucker. Like, for real. He's a cheater that is a relationship expert. Right. He's like a suicide counselor that want to kill himself. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Ow! It makes no sense. Let me fix this camera real quick for Baby Brian. I'm out of here. Hey, go on the YouTube page. Let me see what's going on. Let me see what's going on. Let me see what's going on. Make sure everything plugged in. It's all a setup. Erica, you think it's a setup? Woo! Woo! She'll be a cold piece if it's all a setup. Somebody told me earlier that they think it's a setup. I don't know if it's a setup, see, you know what I'm saying? I got a little bit of faith in humanity.
No, I don't.
But I ain't got no faith in this Negro. Him liar. Him liar. And I know a lot of him liars. I don't say that about all of them, but him liar. I think him liar. I think him liar. Liar, liar. Liar, liar. His pants is on fire. Pants is on fire. You don't like the remix? To Femininity is called Pants on Fire. That's the Derick Jaxon remix. And again, the only reason that the player Haitian is so high is just because he been beating us down. He been beating us down. But we gonna move on. You ready to move on?
I mean,
you still got your Derick boots on? You ready to just stop?
No, we gone.
You ready?
I'm done with it.
His newest book is called Healing Together Without Hurting Others.
Huh?
And it just came out March 11th. You put the pieces together. Oh, Erica, now I think he takes steroids.
Oh, wow.
What?
Yeah.
You pour me a drink.
Yeah.
Look, this is my thing before we do go on. I understand like trying to find your niche, and when you find your niche, running with it, and that's it. That's a niche that people do. Like
when your niche is exploitation.
Yeah, when your niche is exploitation. When your niche is BS, right? It comes a point in time when you have to figure out like morally, is this what I want to do? And I think once you make that decision and you locked and loaded and you stay in it, that's just that's what people do, because it's a lot of competition out here trying to do it. We do shows. We have, sometimes very scant people listening, And so when you find them markets, I'll be honest, I see why it'd be hard for them to change their evil ways. Because they have found a niche. This man lives well within 1.5 million listening to what he has to say. And when you put up this persona, and it's hard to break that without losing what got you there. And so my recommendation would be, and I'm nobody to listen to, but my recommendation would be who you are.
That's the safest way to go, man.
Be who you are. If you a dog-faced dog chow eating, just you ain't even gotta overstate that. You just don't have to overstate what you're like, acting like you're not. Just don't say nothing. You see what I'm saying? Like, and that's where people get caught up. They spend so much time trying to make a persona to where it's like they end up having to live by that even when that's not who they are. But
Trap.
what'd you say?
Trap.
Trap. So if you drink beer, don't act like you don't drink. If you curse, don't act like you don't curse. Now, I understand acting like you don't have side chicks. You know, that's a deadly proposition right there. I understand that.
We going over your different levels of like dancing versus walking a tightrope.
Right. And then, too, even in the side chick thing, it's like when you know you have side chicks, just be quiet. Just be quiet. Don't get out there condemning every other man you know about his side chicks or about his downfalls or about the things he's not perfect about if you know damn well you just as foul. Go ahead, baby Brown. We got you with we get clear eye view now. The people can see you. The people on the radio can hear you. What you think?
He dirty and wrong. Look, man, I ain't got nothing. We been all over his head. Like
We been all over his noggin.
Over his head.
You want to get off his noggin?
I mean, only thing that's gonna trip me out if we all come to find out like, oh, this was all pre-planned. Let this man become a preacher. I mean, we already seen the book. The book dropped not even 2 weeks ago.
Well, you know what? Erica says that she think it's pre-planned. She think it's pre-planned that they just dropped the book. Or I don't know if she's saying she thinks, but she's saying just pay attention.
Come on, man.
What I'm saying is I think that he already had in his mind his exit plan. When you do enough bad,
You got to.
you know when you're messing with women and their emotions and their feelings and stuff like that,
You can hedge your risk.
you
can
know that
what's
eventually
coming.
some of this stuff is going to come up
back.
and bite you in the neck. And so what I think he has been doing is conditioning his wife's mind how to, hey, baby, this is how you take a blow. And so I don't know. Is it a scam? You give me if it's a scam.
It sounds like it to me.
You think the whole thing's a scam? Erica, if you out there, you think the whole thing is a scam.
But of course, that's a conspiracy.
Mom, he a liar.
It's a
Go ahead,
conspiracy.
what?
It's a conspiracy. But
Because we don't know.
yeah, right. But
No, it's not a setup. He just done told her what she wanted to hear. He's a pretender. He's play acting and a chronic liar. At least in my opinion. I hope I'm wrong. That's the woman that taught me. Next subject, game over.
Wrong.
I agree.
You hope you wrong.
Yeah, she hopes she's wrong.
Yeah.
For humanity's sake. And also, think about it. You would hope that he's not playing with a relationship with Jesus like that. You would just for everybody's sake.
Yeah, you would hope.
But in the cold world of
It
2021,
happened every day, dude.
man, people do whatever it takes to make this stuff
It
work.
happened every day. Do not ever disregard, second guess, like how dirty and twisted somebody can be. They might surprise you, and you might not even know it's them.
You might not even know it's them. So yeah, you guys, look, we're gonna make a turn. We're gonna talk about Roland Martin. You guys know who Roland Martin is. Roland Martin is a Now this is tough because some people out there would call him a journalist. But I don't necessarily call him a journalist. Does that make sense? He does journalism, but he has a definite political slant. I'll put it to you like that. And his political slant is extremely biased, and it doesn't bend towards new information. There's nothing that you can say that make any sense. And this is my personal opinion. And I would advise anybody to just go see for yourself and get your own understanding because this is just my opinion. You know anything about Roland Martin, baby Brian?
I ain't know too much. I found out he was from Houston.
Yeah, he from the town.
From H-Town, so But man, I don't know where he get his foundation from, dog.
You don't know where he get his foundation from.
Cause you gotta
it's down south at the end of the day. Let folk make it, especially when you got youngsters. It's about the kids anyway. So when you got youngsters coming up trying to do big things and they already understand our foundation, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like, and we're coming up with ways to make some actually happen. And you still steadily battering him with the same reverse psychology.
Okay, so you going in already.
Yeah.
You going in. So I introduced him to the clip, and what I'm going to do, you guys, is I'm going to play the clip so you can hear. I'm going to play the clip so you can hear. And look, and if you guys, you know what? If you guys can, do me a favor. Go over to newearthradioworld.com. newearthradioworld.com. That way you can hear the audio clearly. When you'll see it, it's going to pop up. There's going to be a website. You're going to see some pictures of some people. One of them looked like me, but I don't know who that cat is, and I wouldn't trust him. If you guys can, go there and listen so you guys can get some clear audio, because I want you guys to have some clarity. You know, is clarity good, baby Brian?
Very, yeah.
Baby Brian. So I want you guys to have some clarity. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play some of this back and forth that Roland Martin had with this kid. Now, this guy, I don't want to call him a kid. He's 21 years old. He's a black man, and I'm going to play this because I want you guys to hear the context in full. And then I'm going to go back to what I was saying because I already laid it out a little bit. So let me go ahead and give it to you like this.
You want to support Rollerbark Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real. It's Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. Joining us right now is King Randall One, founder of the X for Boys organization based out of Georgia. So King, explain why in the world, you're conservative, correct?
Yes, sir.
So please explain to me why this bill, why Republicans are pushing for a voter suppression bill when last year we saw record turnout in Georgia. Record turnout. So why would they want to restrict voting when you just had record turnout in Georgia?
Well, let me start off by saying you had me mistaken. I'm not a Republican. I do consider myself conservative.
No. Actually, I didn't say Republican.
And of course, we're rolling doing no. He won't even. So look, off the top. And that's why we're going to break it down so you can see how these things go. Before he can even finish articulating what he was saying, Roland Martin even won't let him get it out. And now if you're speaking to something, it's supposed to be a dialogue. It's not supposed to be, shut up, just listen to me and say what I want you to say. Let me get back to it.
I said you're conservative.
Okay.
I said you're conservative.
Right, absolutely.
That's what I said.
Right. Yeah, I was saying that because you called me a Republican on Twitter. However, with this particular bill, I don't consider voting my particular fight. I do consider voting an asset to us and maybe something we can use as a tactic to help. But as far as us pushing voting all the way out, like voting is going to be some systemic change for the black community, to me is not the way to go. If you look at the human anatomy of the body has its many different parts. And
all right, here, I don't want to go too far because I want to break that down right there. He said that that's not my part. He didn't say not to vote. He didn't say he hates you for voting. He said that, what did you hear?
He basically said he's coming at it from more than just one way. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's not completely disregarding voting, but then he's also, after listening and hearing the conversation, like you understand, he's did his homework on the however many years we've been voting, thinking that's all we need to do to get the change that we think we gonna get or that we want.
Right.
Like he understands that.
Okay. So well, all I'm saying is he didn't renounce voting.
Right.
He didn't say I hate you for voting.
Not at all.
He just said this isn't my particular fight.
That's it.
I said you're conservative.
Right, absolutely.
That's what I said.
Right. Yeah, I was saying that because you called me a Republican on Twitter. However, with this particular bill, I don't consider voting my particular fight. I do consider voting an asset to us and maybe something we can use as a tactic to help. But as far as us pushing voting all the way out, like voting is going to be some systemic change for the black community, to me is not the way to go.
Okay, he's saying us pushing voting like that's going to bring systemic change to the black community isn't the way to go. So he's being very specific right there. He said he doesn't believe that it's going to bring systemic change. He didn't say not to vote. He said he doesn't think it's going to bring systemic change. And I tend to agree with him. There's a lot of people who are afraid to say this. Wow. And again, he's not saying that voting doesn't help and that there's no place for it. He said that this is not his fight. All right, let me play some more. Let's build some more.
If you look at the human anatomy of the body has its many different parts. And I do respect you guys' fight, in regards to voting, but I don't consider myself fighting for the right to vote that much.
Do you not vote?
We hadn't got anything.
Do you not vote?
Government. Yes, sir, I vote, absolutely.
Okay, so when you say you guys' fight, first of all, there are multiple issues we could be concerned about. Voting is one of those issues. Are you not concerned that Republicans in your state are trying to restrict access to the ballot for no reason other than they are pushing the lie that Donald Trump also pushed?
Right, absolutely.
And that's what he got to do because he has to gaslight the audience. The Donald Trump tried to push. Are you against? He didn't never say he was against voting rights. He started off by clearly stating that is not my fight and that is not the only way to skin a cat. That is not what I want to do. All right, let's play a little bit more.
I understand exactly what you're saying. However, again, that's not my fight. I believe.
No. I know. I asked you.
No. I know. So so you got to catch Roland because he get talking like that. So you got to catch him. And so what did he just say? He just said, I know. So he knows he's saying that is just not my fight. He knows that. But again, Roland now has to make a show.
That's all, folks.
but now he got to make a show, baby, bro. I got these thousands of people watching. You know what I'm saying? This young dude make a whole lot of sense. I got 12 more minutes in this segment. This is planned out. People don't understand how these things go. I can't come too early because, if it's live, I think you do a show live. If it's literally live, they got them advertisements dropped in at a certain place. But hold on, let me go play some more.
Question. Ask your question. And the question is this here. Do you believe Republicans in your state are wrong to be pushing this voter suppression bill?
Can you give me the list of things that's all on the bill? Because I know you said the voter ID.
Well, no. Here's a perfect example. This particular bill right here gets rid of no excuse absentee balloting.
Not his fight. And I'm going to play some more, and I don't want to play too much of the audio, but I want to play enough to give a good gist of what's going on.
You might need to scoot up a little bit.
We need to scoot up a little bit. Well, no, let's just go ahead and let the people hear. We're going to break it down because it's a lot to this. We gonna teach them the game like Derick Jaxon know the game that he was spilling on these women.
How long was that clip?
It's long enough. We're not going to get all of it. We're going to do some skipping and flipping, but we got to give people full context and
transparency.
Transparency. And let's play some more.
In Georgia passed no excuse absentee ballots ago thinking it was going to help them. They're angry because you had people who voted for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, and also John Ossoff and Raphael Warnock won. So they're changing the law because they're angry they lost at the ballot box. But for 14 years, it was fine until
right after this, I think, is when he go in a little bit.
Last year. Is that, again, do you consider that to be egregious on the part of Georgia Republicans?
Get him, young man.
Why would they change the law because they lost? How about making a better argument for the voters?
Better argument.
I agree with you. I do. I agree with you. I'm not against you there. I definitely think that is an issue that I believe you guys could fight. But that, again, voting is not my issue to fight. I believe.
So what's your issue to fight?
My issue, I fight for young black men before they die. And that's what I do.
Did you hear that? He asking what he fight for. He say, "I'll fight for young black men before they die." And Roland, and see, this is the problem with Roland Martin, is what this guy is doing is teaching to people to be independent. And he's teaching them to be independent of the dependency of a party, of a government. He's not saying there's no need for him, but he's saying do not think they're going to come and save you. And if you're so, let me let him speak for himself. I enjoyed this young man. I want to get him on. We might have to go and find him. Like, hey, can we get a little bit of your time?
Organization. I do teach them to vote, but I don't tell them that voting is going to be the be all end all.
No one says the be all the end all, but it's a part of it.
But you guys promote voting like it's just going to change like the systemic outlook of the black community. That's not where and go do for self in our own communities.
He said we have to get out and do for self in our own communities. And now Roland is going to get to define, get out and do for yourself and define it. What Roland is doing now, this is a very skillful tactic.
Division.
And what he's trying to do is break up the subject because he's making a very solid point. So he's going to try to break up the subject so Roland can throw nuance in different places he might find it weak. It's true. What the guy is saying is true. Roland just don't like the fact that he is telling you to be self-sustaining, and Roland just wants you to vote for the Democrats.
That's what really make me mad, though. Why you so hell-bent? Why live? Even if you don't believe in live and let live, then like, what about us, dude?
Right.
Like, you already got enough of them on our back, like that, not really letting us. Oh well, not damn letting us. Like, we got the power, we go out and do it. Kudos to this dude who's going out and doing it. But it's like, we don't need us and getting in the way.
He's 21 years old, and he's doing things and already done things. Let's play some more.
I do for self.
When I say do for self, you shared one of my tweets, my videos, and I was actually a big fan of yours, but you shared one of my tweets
And hold on, and he asked him to define do for self, and you said you shared one of my tweets. And then there's something that he said that got to me. And this is what I don't think a lot of people look at when we have this generational divide community. He said, I used to be a fan of yours. And see, that's what's passing by a lot of people. And this is where we have Roland Martin. I think he's in his 50s, something like that. He's, and I think, and for all transparency, I think Roland Martin is brilliant. As a man, as a person, as an intellect, as an educated male, I think he's brilliant. And that's the problem because he knows what he's doing.
That's the problem.
He fully knows what he is doing.
That's the problem I got with him.
And he fully knows how he tried to triangulate this and hire in the party. He just wanted to do some interviews on Air Force One and get back on CNN. He got kicked off of CNN. That's all he wanted to do is doing. Remember when Donna Brazile passed it, he had something to do with Donna Brazile and them passing Hillary Clinton the debate questions. Oh, yeah, see, we forget about that. So he been in their pocket. But the way that he is willing to do this young black kid
ain't right.
Who's doing something in action. Would you say it ain't?
It ain't right. I mean, it almost looked like when I first saw it, I almost wanted to think like, oh man, they sent maybe somebody sent them after the kid. They seen them trying to do something. Maybe he got sent for. But at the same time, like, no, you really on this kid head, huh?
Yeah.
You really ain't trying to see him make it.
He ain't trying to see him make it. Let me play some more. And again, you guys, I know you can't see the visual, but he's a 21-year-old black man, and you got Roland Martin, the older black man, and again, Roland Martin, in my opinion, has a wealth of knowledge. But that's the troubling part, is when people that are very brilliant, very smart, use it in a way to manipulate people. He's not dumb. He's not dumb. And I think people overlook people's intelligence sometimes in their ability to triangulate. So let me play some more of this, and we're gonna cut this.
So define do for self.
When I say do for self, you shared one of my tweets, my videos, and I was actually a big fan of yours, but you shared one of my tweets when I said black people need to stop begging the government and go and do for self out in our communities.
That's true.
And called me an idiot. I didn't see anything idiotic about that statement.
Called him an idiot. He said, that's why I say I used to be a fan of yours. And he tweeted something. He said that we need to stop begging the government. And Roland Martin called him an idiot. So that's how one generation approaches another, but want respect.
And black people need to stop and do for self out in our communities. You shared the video and called me an idiot. I didn't see anything idiotic about that statement at all.
So when you say do for self, like what? Explain that.
Okay.
And again, you see what he say? He say, no. He didn't say, no, I didn't call you an idiot. He just wanted him to stop talking about, see, look, you just put me down. See, people don't, and this is why I want to play this so you can see the tactic. Because, no. That was because he didn't want that young man to keep shining a light on how he just denigrated him for saying something that was very, very true. These are tactics that people miss. This is a tactic. It's called, I'm going to trap you in so I could create the narrative. You are not going to shine a light on who I am. Yeah, I called you an idiot for nothing. Yeah, and let's say it's for something. Before we go too far, let's say it's for something. He's 50. He's in his 50s. If you get a chance, look up and see how old Roland Martin is. And I'm guessing late Roland Martin is in his mid-50s. And this young man is 21. Let's say the young man is wrong. How right is Roland Martin for calling him an idiot?
52.
He's 52. So he's 52 and this guy is 21 and Roland Martin called him an idiot. And Roland Martin has hundreds of thousands of followers, people who listen to him. He have influence, and he called this young black man who is doing things in his community, who is actually doing things. He's putting words in action and calls him an idiot. And so you see, you heard that. No. When he exposed that you called me an idiot, he's letting you know, this is the young man letting him know, like, you're a jerk. You're a jerk. You're calling me an idiot. And I don't see no idiocracy in what I'm saying.
Do for self, you shared one of my tweets, my videos, and I was actually a big fan of yours, but you shared one of my tweets when I said black people need to stop begging the government and go and do for self out in our communities. You shared the video and called me an idiot. I didn't see anything idiotic about that statement.
Do for self, like what? Explain that.
Okay, for example, here
I done made that fool explain calling me an idiot.
Albany, Georgia, we use a lot. Many of our young men can't read. They have very horrible literacy rates. We don't have any rehab programs here for juvenile offenders. What I decided to do, I started a program 2 years ago, decided to do for self, and I started taking children into my home. I started taking custody of kids from juvenile court, and I started molding them and training them and teaching them skill trades, etc.
He started taking kids into his own home before he was 21 and started training them to do for self. How? What did you say, baby broad? How could he be mad?
Oh, bro. What do you get out of that? I don't understand. Like, even if you got sour intentions, like, to just come out like that, you look just as bad as a racist.
Say that again. Just as bad as a racist?
Because you ain't helping.
Well, you're systematically doing something to block something that may be good for a certain people, so that is systematic racism.
In your own people.
Or against your own people. And it is rooted in the fact that, see, we got to go to the beginning. What did he start off with saying? Roland Martin, he said, I'm a conservative. And then he was telling Roland Martin, I'm not a Republican, because Roland Martin had tweeted that he was a Republican. This is what this is all rooted in, the fact that this kid is not a Democrat.
Or Republican.
Or mainly rooted in the fact that he's not a Democrat.
Right.
See, and this is what you also should pay attention to. Everybody that Roland Martin talks about in a positive manner or doing something positive, even in his video, if you go back, they're all Democrats. And so this is a partisan thing. So Roland Martin puts party over being black. He puts party over everything, and this is clear and apparent.
He can keep that. We need to start castrating that shit.
Woo! That's a very strong word. I'm going to play a little bit more, and we're going to get out of here.
Now I'm 21 years old, and I just purchased a school here in Albany.
Wait. And he said, and I'm 21, and I just purchased a school. A school.
Big money.
Listen to what I'm trying to say, and this man is sitting here trying to pick him apart. Sitting here trying to pick him apart. All he should have is good things to say
Real though.
about this young man. there is definitely something wrong about this whole situation. I'm going to play a little bit more.
Jordan to combat us being in the government-funded schools that are not teaching what they need to learn. So that's what I mean by do for self. Simply getting up and going out and do it.
So
I beat the stereotype that I'm young, black, and American.
Now listen to this question. It's very important. Listen to Roland Martin's question. It's very important. I don't know if you got this, baby Brian. Listen to this question.
And I can't.
In his high pitch. So, cutting him off. Which he never does to people who agree with him. It's not even about who are on the side as him. He never does that to them, but he always does it to anybody who they could consider a conservative. And there's a difference between a conservative and a Republican, and I'm glad this young man stated that, and Roland don't like that.
So he the political Debo, huh?
Because Roland
You ain't
likes
doing that on the next boys.
my bike, punk. That's my bike,
He
punk.
the Democratic Debo, huh?
Yeah, you can't talk, punk. That's my bike. When he get to the car, this young man made him cry when he get to the car.
Hey, what change?
Listen to this question.
Do anything because somebody's
So, question.
Some teenagers went and go ahead. Me and some teenagers went and bought a school, and we just bought a school bus simply from going out and doing work. We decided to go fix our own communities. I'm not expecting anything from no politician. I'm not expecting nothing from Donald Trump,
Church, preach.
Joe Biden, or nobody. We're gonna go do it for ourselves, and that's what I believe we need to be.
And that's what Chap Rollins hide. Joe Biden and nobody. Ooh, Roland Martin. I'm up off his neck. And it's on a roll.
That's a lot of steam.
A lot of steam, because that's a lot of neck. Said it, I know I said I wasn't going to talk about a person. But I got to do it. It's a lot of steam because it's a lot of neck.
Oh,
and it's a lot of hot air come out that mouth. That creates a lot of steam.
Doing. I can vote, sure, but nothing's gonna change in our community.
So you went to the juvenile court system. Mm-hmm. Is that not government?
Absolutely.
So what he's trying to do is tie in and trying to corner him into needing the government. But what Roland is not going to acquiesce to is that it took this young to make any of this work. And that he had to do things beyond the government to make it work. And then there's some other things he's going to stomp in. We're going to play about 2 minutes more. And then we're going to give him the womp womp music. And we're going to get out of here.
So when you say purchased a school, and this school is going to be what? Private school? Charter school? What kind of school is it going to be?
No, it will be independently owned. This will not be funded by the government.
No, that's why I asked you. So it's going to be a private school?
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be a boarding school.
A boarding school. And then for the folks to be able to afford to send their kids to the boarding school.
He trying hard. He said no, it will not be funded by the government. He is trying to find something. We talked about earlier about haters.
What kind of mechanisms are they using in Georgia? Their own funds? Are they using school vouchers? What are they using?
I can't hear you say that again for me.
I said, what mechanism are they using to send their kids there to pay for the school? Their own money, or they utilize.
And remember right there, he said, hold on, what did you say? You're breaking up. So remember, he said, that's important. Because Roland Martin going to try to slide him when he don't hear something correctly. Like, oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Using vouchers from the Georgia government.
Absolutely. So for our school, we're financed completely by donors. We have many donors that have given yearly endowments to our school that will be able to pay for these students to come to our school for free. Many people believe in our mission, and we're making sure that young black men, where we live, where we don't have any rehab programs for juvenile offenders to even get out of jail and stay out of jail, we have people that believe in our mission that are trying to send children to the Extra Boys for free. We have many people that are trying to send kids to this boarding school to be able to take care of themselves. That's what I mean by doing for self. We got to simply get up and...
We got donors. We got people that are going to pay. We got people behind our mission. So instead of just saying, you know what, young man?
We just ain't going to give it to him.
Congratulations. And thank you. And thank you for what you're doing. And thank you for having the intestinal fortitude to get out there and fight. And get out there to try to actually make something happen. Essentially, what Roland Martin is saying, forget what you're doing, just vote and shut up.
sound like them white folks. You sound like shut up and dribble.
Shut up and dribble. Roland Martin is telling this young man, shut up and vote. And the only reason they want that is because black people, we generally vote for Democrats. Of course you're going to push, voter, making it easier to vote for black people because that's more votes for the Democrats.
I know you said you considered yourself, Mr. Jaxon.
Yeah, Mr. Jaxon, I'm hating because I know that he know the game.
This Joker is a hater, dude.
Roland Martin, he's a true hater, but he's an all-around hater. He's a hater, but he's really an opportunist, and he's really an opportunist with an agenda.
Ooh, that's a dangerous
His
thing.
agenda is to rise in the ranks of a party. His agenda, what Roland Martin does is his biggest constituent is older black people who don't watch a lot of other media and who are very okay with symbolism.
Traditional.
So since he is black,
Traditional.
since he has dark skin, and he talks sassy, and he roll his neck, and he talks in the traditional political mind state as far as the Democratic, mindset, and I'm not a Republican. I'm an independent. I say they both ain't no good. We need somebody but to divide the two.
But you know who also does that?
What?
Who I don't trip on so much?
Who?
Isaiah. But I don't trip. I like Isaiah.
Yeah, Kerry.
The
Factor?
Yeah, the black. Yeah.
He's cool. I've spoke with him. He's real cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Isaiah. He's a journalist.
Yeah.
He reports. He says this is what it is, and he lets you judge for himself. And if he adds his own 2 cents, he lets you know I'm adding my own 2 cents. Roland tells you what to think. And anybody who tries to refute anything or just try to give a cogent answer that's not the same as his, he beat him down.
Roland.
I'm going to get to this real quick so we can close it out.
You don't believe that government policymakers play any role in being able to impact the life?
He never said that.
He put a lot of words.
He never said government doesn't play any role.
From the very-
He never said we don't need government. He never said not to vote. What Roland Martin is doing is creating a problem so he can have something to argue about.
Later.
He never said any of those things. We never said it. And I hope people are starting to see this BS for what it is. Just see it for what it is. He's a shield. When are we going to see this stuff? And accept it. This man is a joke. And he's a joke because he's brilliant. That's what makes him a joke, because he's playing on other people's ignorance. He's just like Derick Jaxon. Mind messing with people. He's the same. He's just doing it in a political fashion. And look.
And you know the thing about it, I might be kind of messed up, but I truly feel this way. I don't have a problem if you even that type of person, but not on your own people.
On your own people, while trying to put them down and call them names. And look what he's doing. He's just a 21-year-old man. And what Roland Martin is trying to do is, that's why I say he's brilliant, because historically he's very smart. Politically he's smart. He's been involved. And when you're involved and when you're around, you'll know lingo. So you'll know certain stories. You'll know when certain things happen. You'll know how to be able to throw up things, even when they're out of context, but you know the story. And that's what he does. He's throwing a whole bunch of stuff that has no context to what this kid is saying. And when he's doing it, he's showing, that's what I mean. He shows flashes of brilliance because he knows these situations and these political, ideologies and things like that to throw out there, but it don't have anything to do.
What that man do?
It don't got nothing to do.
Nothing to do with him. Like, you ain't even interviewing him. You ain't talking to him.
It don't got nothing to do with what he's talking about. He's simply saying, this is not my fight.
Literally been like, who you talking to? I don't think it's not me. I'm not who you're talking. Like, this has nothing to do with me.
This has nothing to do with me. And that's what I'm saying. So here, I'm going to play one more second of it and we're going to break it down. I know I keep stopping. But this guy, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I got a big neck too. You might be able to see some steam coming off my big neck. You feel me? But his neck is big, and he got a lot of steam coming out his mouth, bouncing off the walls, and so you see the steam coming off his neck when this young man start breaking down these factoids, and he starts convoluting the conversation with argument that isn't there.
As of black boys and others in Georgia.
If we take them out of that government system, that I keep saying.
How is that? So no, hold on. So here's the question. Hold up. Here's the question. Mm-hmm. How do you remove someone out of a government system when we all live in government systems?
Okay, being literal, absolutely we all live in a government system. Absolutely. However, you can do things to remove most government from your life.
How?
As far as trying to get yourself out of food stamps.
And so that's where I'm going to end it, with Roland saying how. Because again, he's trying to make him explain when the boy not the boy, because of all the accomplishments and what this man has done. He's saying how to somebody who purchased a school.
Who showed you.
Exactly. And so he showed you how, and so Roland Martin is basically telling us, depend on the government. They are here for you. They love your black ass.
Yeah, for your taxes.
They love you. That's what he's saying. They love you. And so, you know what, Roland, man, you be on some other stuff, man. We ain't going to play you no more. Well, if you do something else, I'm going to talk about it. You be in the same city. If you ever want to debate, if you ever want to speak, you ever want to talk.
I'll agree with that, though. That is what America says every day.
Yeah.
We love you, black folk.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
need
Roland
you.
Martin's politics is one of a liberal white woman.
Oh, that's nasty.
That is a liberal white woman.
So he a Nancy Pelosi.
And with that, this is Soapbox Heroes. My name is Tyrone Irvin.
And this is Baby, bruh.
We out.
Wow. Guess I'm really doing this.
That was a cool show.
So he's a Nancy Pelosi. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. We're going to get out of here.
Tell me the truth instead of telling me what horse say. With me, word of mouth is the worst way. It hurts me that you didn't call on my birthday. Growing apart instead of together like we supposed to. Who would have thought I was